YouTube is LMERico TV, man. I'm back with another video, man. Y'all see what we got going on. Innocence dropped a video titled Feds Clap Back at Lil Durk one day after I dropped a video on his possible upcoming release. So you guys already know what time it is. Now, before we even get started, man, I just want to say, man, I feel like it ain't really looking too good for him right now because it's been a whole lot going on with his whole situation where they trying to use a song that was pretty much written before the whole Quando Rondo cousin situation in LA happening, and now they trying to pretty much say that it's more to it and why they're not giving him bail, etc., etc. So I honestly feel like at this point they just gonna make him sit pretty much until they come to the conclusion of his trial and stuff, etc., etc., with this whole case. So with that said, it's not really looking too good, and if I'm not mistaken, I think he already pleaded not guilty. But y'all comment down below and let me know if I'm wrong on that. But with that said though, man, without further ado, y'all know why we here. So with that said, if you're brand new to the channel or you've been watching videos on the channel but not yet subscribed, please hit that subscribe button right now. As y'all see, I'm on grind 7K. Hopefully I got that very soon. Also, don't forget to turn on post notifications so you guys get notified when I drop new videos. With that said though, man, we're gonna go ahead and get this video started right now.
On April 27th, 2025, I dropped a video on how Lil Durk could be getting released.
And I didn't even watch that video, so I don't know what all was posted in that one.
By fans. And the very next day, the feds clapped back. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of EOS. It's 1090 Jake, man. I'm rocking with y'all rocking with me. And for this video, I brought the clap back because in the last video, y'all got on my ass in the comments. So I brought it back for y'all. Matter of fact, we'll do it again. What's up, everybody? It's 1090 Jake. I'm rocking with y'all and y'all rocking with me. And for this video, we're gonna be speaking on the feds clapping back at me, Durk, his legal team, because I dropped the video in the very next day.
And I honestly want to say it's like, once the FBI gets you, they got a high rate of conviction. So I feel like they got a lot of stuff where it's just, like I said, from my honest opinion, it's not looking good for him, because if he was gonna get bail, I felt like that possibly would have been happened, but it's just they got a whole lot of stuff that is still not exposed to the public just yet. They only giving us certain little stuff here and there, and that's why even though they saying that the song, well, Lil Durk defense team is saying that the song that they're trying to use against them is old and written well before the Quando Rondo cousin situation, they're still trying to say, the feds now are still trying to say pretty much it's more that they can still use against him, and that's why he's not getting bail. So I still feel like right now that it's not really looking too good for him, but y'all might feel different, and if y'all do, comment down below how y'all feel about it. But other than that, let's get back to it.
They shot back with a list of reasons not to release Lil Durk. On April 28th, 2025, the federal government would file its opposition to Durk being reconsidered for bond. The feds would start strongly saying Durk is charged with directing 6 hitmen to travel across the country to hunt and kill Quando Rondo. Durk allegedly orchestrated and financed a brazen murder plot that ended with shooters ambushing Quando at a gas station in broad daylight, killing his cousin Lil Pab. Immediately after learning his hitmen were arrested, the feds would allege Durk attempted to flee the country. In the early hours of October 24th, 2024, federal and local law enforcement executed multiple search warrants on OTF members throughout Chicago, arresting the hit squad.
And I still feel like with the evidence that was already reported that they even had already from the beginning of him getting locked up for this, that it was looking bad for him. So like I said, I feel like it's definitely still more that they not exposing just yet, but they pretty much got stuff already out there that's showing why he's not going to get bail and pretty much why he's still locked up in the first place. So people got to remember too about back in the beginning when he did get locked up, they already pretty much said that it was already stuff affiliated to his name or associated to his name already for sure that was showing that he had something to do with that whole situation. So right now it's just he jammed up pretty much and ain't gonna go nowhere right now. They not gonna let him get a chance to get any type of potential to pretty much say that he got out and they had nothing against him. They not gonna give him that chance for real. So it's not looking good.
Soon after the FBI learned Durk had been booked on 3 international flights, including one to a non-extradition country, meaning if he made it there, the feds wouldn't be able to get him back. Durk would skip the first 2 flights and was arrested when he showed up to board a private jet scheduled to leave the U.S. Once in custody, Durk was considered a flight risk and danger to the community. To prove such danger, they reiterated he sent the hit squad across the country to hunt and kill a rapper. They also submitted evidence that this was not his first murder for hire plot. Durk allegedly offered money for any gangster disciple to be killed after his brother D-Thang was killed in a club. The courts agreed Durk was dangerous, using money, influence, and power to take out his enemies. Now, Durk's legal team would prove Durk's lyrics were written 7 months prior to the murder of Lil Pab. Durk saying look on the news and see your son screaming no, no, makes more sense that he was talking about someone's mom hypothetically watching the news of their son's death. And
join Planet Fitness today for whatever you're getting strong for. Deal ends May 16th.
You knew Mr. Miyagi?
I came looking for you. Lee.
Screaming no. Because who the fuck could have predicted 7 months into the future that Quando Rondo would be screaming no on the news? But the feds shot back, saying it doesn't matter if fan-made video edits made things look a certain way, or if the timing of the lyrics didn't add up. They are literally still trying to use his lyrics against him just because it's talking about murder, even if it isn't this murder. The feds would also point out Durk offered the same amount of money as last time for bond and it was rejected. And Durk's legal team didn't even try to prove he wasn't a danger to the community and didn't try to flee. The feds would state Durk wasn't arrested because of fan-made videos. He was arrested because he is alleged to be the leader of a violent organization, orchestrated and funded an execution-style murder with machine guns, and tried to flee the country. Durk named himself The Voice, and the feds allege he's used that voice to speak on violence as he rapped about paying for murders, hunting his ops with switches, bounty hunters in Beverly Hills, and other lyrics that can all somewhat be related to the murder of Lil Pab. The feds would also highlight a song Durk had with Gucci Mane titled Rumors, in which Durk said, I don't want the you catch, I want the one I paid for. So again, the feds are desperately attempting to use lyrics to fit their narrative. The feds are saying if the lyrics aren't true, it doesn't matter because Durk is dangerous. But then they try to show
they pretty much saying like, bro, it don't matter what he talk about in his music. He could be talking about something that never happened for real. He did something. That's pretty much what it sounds like to me. Like they pretty much saying that no matter what y'all hear in the music, whether it got something to do with something that really happened or not, they're saying he still did something. So they know they pretty much got something against him, and they just pretty much building this web to the point where it's gonna be impossible for him to ever get out. Like they already know that whatever they trying to do to make their narrative factual and the reason why he's in jail for real, then they pretty much gonna do what they do, and that's all we can do is just sit back and wait and see what's gonna happen because they got so much that they already did expose but didn't expose. And you already know the internet gonna do what they do and still feel how they feel. Like, oh, this song, they can't use the song against them because this never happened around that time the song dropped, and et cetera, et cetera. But based off of him also trying to leave the country before he even got arrested and booking flights in multiple different locations was already a red flag. So I feel like if he didn't do some of the things in the beginning before he got locked up, that he possibly would have a chance to possibly be out or not even be locked up at all. Like, if he never did book those flights, and then on top of that, if he didn't have all that stuff tied back to his name from the flight thing and the hotel thing for the LA situation with Quando Rondo cousin and all that, he possibly wouldn't even be locked up at all right now. But it's so much going on that we still don't even see right now, but it's enough out there that we do see that you can see where this is going. Like, it's no chance this man is gonna get out. I just feel like the way everything is looking right now, that's just what it is. But y'all comment down below how y'all feel about that. Do y'all feel like he still got a chance to get out for real? Now let's get back to the vid.
After saying the other lyrics don't matter, the feds would end their summary stating it isn't about how Durk made his money, but about how he chose to spend it and wield his power in 2022 on death and violence. And keep in mind, everything spoke on in this video isn't in regards to beating the case. It's for Durk to be granted a bond in which he'll be placed on house arrest. Durk would be handing over a substantial amount of money while being placed on a GPS monitor, eliminating the possibility of him fleeing the country. The chances of him having the ability to commit more crime under strict supervision is close to none. So what would appear if he was released, he not only wouldn't be a flight risk, he wouldn't be dangerous. But we'll just have to wait and see.
Now, if he would have did that the first time he was trying to get a bond, and also if he didn't try to do them flights, and on top of that, have some of that stuff tied back to his name, and if he was to still have got locked up over this murder and a different murder, etc., then maybe his chances would be better of getting out right now. But like I said earlier in the video, and pretty much what we already do know and stuff, it's already pretty much too late for that. And I feel like that's why it's pretty much not gonna happen that way, even though now he's trying to do it with this new chance of trying to get in a bond. But he should have did that pretty much in the first, and also not have some of that stuff happen the way it happened before he got locked up. But it's pretty much how y'all see it and what y'all feel like going on. But y'all comment down below and let me know how y'all feel about that. But I just feel like that's just what it is right now for sure. But let's get back to it.
With the courts decide. Now this is interesting. I don't know if it was just timing or the feds literally responded to the video I made like, nah, 1090 Jake, he sounds too good. It's making sense. We should let Durk out. We need to drop a new motion as to why we shouldn't. I don't know, because to me it was like, yeah, if you're trying to keep him in custody because of a fan-made video and you found out the lyrics actually didn't have to do with the murder and it was written 7 months prior, none of that should be used against them. Makes sense. So now they're trying to double down and say Durk is a danger to the community because he will send hitters to your state to get you killed. And then not only that, Durk will apparently make songs about it after he gets you killed. And then not only that, when his killers get arrested, he'll jump on a flight and go to a country that he can't legally be brought back from. Well, here's the thing. You locked up the hit squad, so he can't send another hit, right? You're getting a shitload of his money if he gets out on bond, so the money ain't gonna be there. He's under the strictest supervision because it's the fucking feds, and if he's on a GPS, he can't fly anywhere. His passport's not gonna be active. So literally, the danger to the community and the flight risk is gone if he's released. So why not release him? This is where the feds fucked up, in my opinion, right? They're saying that even if the lyrics were written 7 months prior, it still relates to murder, and it could be another murder, and we think Durk sent all these murders, right? The lyrics don't matter, they don't matter. So why are you trying to go dig up a song with Gucci Mane as another example of, look, he's talking about paying for a murder? It's all fucking hypothetical, right? If you break down the lyrics from the other song, you looking on the news and see your son, you screaming no. That sounds like a mom looking on the news and seeing her son and screaming no. You know what I mean? Like, this is normal drill shit. This is shit that's talked about in drill music. Death, make your mama cry, whatever. No one could have predicted Quando Rondo's reaction to seeing somebody die. Nobody could have predicted he screamed no. So the fact that the feds are desperately trying to find any lyrics,
or that whole situation couldn't even happen at all. It possibly couldn't not even happen.
Say that, well, these lyrics don't matter because we have these lyrics. Again, it's becoming using lyrics against a rapper. Hopefully 99% of what's talked about in drill music is hypothetical, and then you got the crash outs that actually talk about real shit, right? I don't think that every single thing Durk has talked about or rapped about is factual, right? Because if we look at every single song and every time he mentions something and you count that into bodies, what, Durk eliminated fucking 200 people in the last 10 years through his music? Like,
because I often say at that point, y'all might as well say that any song that these artists drop that talk about murder, you might as well go ahead and lock them up, because you basically saying that even though that this didn't happen yet, they could possibly be talking about something that happened before already, or whatever the case, something weird. So it's just pretty much like he's saying, they making sense of why they got him locked up if they know the music and the lyrics and all that. They ain't got nothing to do with anything for real that they're trying to say that he has something to do with. So with that said though, man, that's why I said it's pretty much sounding like you basically saying that all the artists should be locked up that rap about murder, because whether they didn't actively have something to do with one, y'all basically saying that they could be talking about another one that they possibly had something to do with. Like, it's not making any sense. So other than that, man, y'all comment down below how y'all feel about that.
Go for that, bro. I don't think a jury's gonna go for that. I don't think that's gonna work. At the end of the day, Durk has a wild case. When the federal government says you sent a hit squad to execute someone in broad daylight with machine guns, and then you tried to flee the country, that's big. Nobody wants that case. Nobody's gonna feel confident in that case. That's some wild Al Capone type fucking Scarface shit right there, right? That's fucked. But again, everything we spoke on in this video isn't about beating the case, it's about being released on bond. So let me know y'all's thoughts in the comment section. You've heard his defense. You've heard what the feds are saying. Do y'all think he will get bond? On what grounds do you think he should be kept? On what grounds do you think he should be released?
Well, y'all pretty much know how I feel. Like I said, I feel like they not gonna ever give him a bond until this case is pretty much determined, like if he really is guilty or not, and that's gonna determine if he is gonna get out or be in prison for the rest of his life. So with that said, I just don't see them ever giving him a bond any way possible. And y'all let me know down below if y'all feel opposite and why, and like he said, what y'all think would be the reasons he would get a bond and what would be the terms, etc., etc. But I felt like I said earlier in the vid, if he would have did some of these things where he was trying to give all this money and stuff to put up for a bond, he should have did it the first time he was trying to get his bond, and he should have never tried to book a flight to all these different locations. But it is what it is now. But y'all comment down below how y'all feel. But with that said, man, brand new to the channel, or you've been watching videos on the channel but not yet subscribed, please hit that subscribe button right now. As y'all see, I'm on the ground 7K, and hopefully I hit that very soon. And also don't forget to turn on post notifications so you guys get notified when I drop new videos. And also don't forget to hit me up on my IG or any of my social media platforms so you guys can hit me up and let me know what y'all want to see me react to, and I'll go ahead and bring those videos out for y'all. With that said though, man, that's the end of the vid, and I'm gonna catch you guys later on more, so stay tuned. Peace.